Okay, so I made the templates for the Angelica Schuyler bodice, and like a dum-dum, I made this one backwards, but it didn't really matter anyway, because I just ended up flipping it over. Let's see. I cut out 2 pieces of each, I guess, template, and flipped them right sides together, sewed them from the, wrong side, I guess, and then flipped them over and pinned it and sewed it so that it would come out like this, and that you wouldn't see this all around. So I basically just made it like a pillow and then flipped it the right way. I ironed all the pieces so that it looks way better in person, but I ironed the pieces together so that it wouldn't look like this, or no, yeah, it wouldn't look like, it would, okay, so satin takes the form of whatever it wants, because it's satin and it's not like regular material, and I ironed down the pieces so that it'd be slightly flatter, and that I wouldn't have such a hard time finding like the right spot to sew them together. So, yeah. Now, I haven't done the sleeves yet because I'm still a little bit timid. This is the only template I have for the sleeves, and I mean, I am nervous to start cutting out of satin fabric because it was expensive, but also because I have a lot, but I just don't want any of it to go to waste. So I'm still confused because this is where like the armpit part is gonna go, but I also don't want it to be like too thin, and I don't want to cut off any of this because then it'll be like all whack and I'll have to start over, and I don't want to waste fabric. So I'm trying to figure this out, but I'll come back with an update later as to what I figured out with this. I don't think I mentioned this before, but this is like a butt pad, so that, I don't know why I decided to add lace to it. I thought it'd be pretty, but nope, I just literally made a mess and it looks like gross. So I made a butt pad to add sort of a more poofier effect to when I put the dress on, and I can't speak. So I just took a pillow and cut it in half, and then cut it into a round half oval shape to get, and you put it under the dress to have more volume, I guess. And I realized that I didn't do any like side padding, and in the actual Angelica Schuyler dress, you see it's like poofy on the sides as well, and not just the back. So I'm probably gonna need to make 2, I don't know, love handle pads. So like, yeah, I think I'll make those with the excess padding that I used from the pillow. I'll come back later with another update. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to do is flip these inside out and then iron them so that they can be flatter and easier to manage. Okay, I don't know if people are actually going to follow this like tutorial or whatever, if you can even call it that, but the importance of ironing your pieces is this is the ironed piece of one of the sleeves, and this is the unironed piece of one of the sleeves. I was talking about this earlier about how this was a pillow effect, where all the excess is gathered up at this point, but I pinch it down and then iron it down so that it like has a nicer finish to it. I still have to iron a little bit of this, but I'll iron this right now. Okay, so for you guys it's been seconds, but for me it's been days. I finally finished the bodice with all the ruffles and whatnot. I ran out of some fabric, so there is a color difference, but I don't think it should be too noticeable. I attached the zipper hand sewn, and it looks pretty good, but I put a stop on it. I made my own stop, so I might get rid of it for the skirt so it won't look like puffy and it won't look, I might attach a skirt to it so that it won't look different and weird. So probably gonna put this on the skirt, sew it down, and I made the waistband of the skirt already. I just have to iron it because it was sitting, the fabric was sitting out folded for a couple of days. But yeah, I'll probably come back with an update later of me making the skirt and with it ironed. So yeah. Alright, so gosh, my hair's a mess. This is the finished Angelica Schuyler. Wow, you can just see my tank top. This is the finished product of the dress. It's snug, but whatever, that's how it's supposed to be. I mean, I think that's how it's supposed to be. But yeah, I think I bought this fabric like a month ago, maybe. And I bought petticoat to go underneath the dress, but I mean, I don't think I really need it that much. I have, whatever. I mean, I have it. I could probably make like a nice petticoat. My bird's gonna sing right now. I think it looks much better without the petticoat or the butt pad, because with the butt pad, I looked like one of those ladies in the parade who, like, goes up to you and then, like, has the big lips and just, like, kisses you, and I thought it was, like, really funny, and my dad and I were laughing about that for a long time. But, yeah, here's the cuffs, I think, ruffles. I hand sewed this, whatever, and then ruffles over here, and there's ruffles on the back for there's ruffles right there. All the ruffles were hand sewn, and I hand sewed the skirt. You can see the waistband of the skirt. I hand sewed it to the bodice and hand sewed this part so that it wouldn't be flapping up like a weird thing. So yeah, I really like how it came out. I don't know how to wash it, or like, because if I get it dry cleaned, it costs a lot of money, but also, how do I say this? I don't know if they're careful enough, or like, I might get it dry cleaned, but whatever. So this is finished product. I didn't record much of the dressmaking because it would have taken a long time. I hand sewed the zipper to the back, and the dress, okay, so this little part right here was too long, so I had to fold it over and then hand stitch it, and I did the same for the back. I took 2 bodice pieces and I had to take off the zipper onto like halfway. I had to take off the zipper up until like this part, and it does make a little bit of, I hope I was recording that properly, it makes it a little bit harder to zip it up, but what are you gonna do? So I modified it, and now it fits much better than how it did before. Before it looked like an actual trash bag on me, and now it just looks like a more elegant trash bag. So yeah, this was my first ever cosplay as Angelica Schuyler, and I loved making it, so peace.